In a world that's just full of noise, some of us can actually hear the silence. In a room where everyone's smiling, some of us can feel the tension that's unspoken. So today, we're going to decode that silent subtext. We're going to explore this powerful, invisible radar that some people are just born with.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Have you ever had this happen to you? You walk into a meeting, a party, pretty much any room, and on the surface, everything seems totally fine. People are chatting, they're laughing, but you feel something else. It's like a kind of static in the air, a tension that nobody is talking about. You can just feel the emotional temperature of the room. If that sounds familiar, well, you know exactly what we're talking about here.
And let's be crystal clear about one thing, right from the get-go. That feeling, it's real. You are not being paranoid. You're not overthinking it. You're not being too sensitive. You're picking up on something that is 100% there.
So what is this invisible information that you're picking up on? Well, it's not magic, it's neuroscience. Let's get into your brain's incredible built-in radar and actually look at the science of what this sensitivity is all about. The scientific term for this is high perceptual sensitivity, and it's a trait, it's not a disorder, that's all about having a heightened awareness and doing a deeper processing of subtle things. We're talking about the tiny nonverbal cues, the slight shifts in someone's tone of voice, all those unspoken messages, basically all the rich data that makes up the subtext of a conversation. To really get a handle on this, there's a fantastic metaphor for it. It's been described as having mirror neurons on steroids. Now, mirror neurons are the parts of our brain that let us feel empathy and understand what other people are doing. For someone with high perceptual sensitivity, it's like these neurons are firing on all cylinders, just picking up this incredible amount of social and emotional data that most people might miss. Okay, so you've got this supercharged neural hardware. What does that actually mean in the real world? Well, it pretty much turns you into a kind of human lie detector, an expert at perceiving what's left unspoken. Now, when we say lie detector, it's not really about catching big, elaborate deceptions. It's actually way more subtle than that. It's about detecting when things don't line up. For example, you ask a friend how they are, and they say, "I'm fine," with this big smile, but you catch that split-second tightening around their eyes or the tiny downward pull of their shoulders. Your internal system flags that mismatch immediately. You're tuned in to the real story that's happening right beneath the surface. And this really breaks down the difference in perception perfectly. See, most people are operating on the surface level of communication. They're focused on the words being said, the obvious gestures. But your radar, it goes so much deeper. It's picking up on the nuance in someone's tone, those little micro-expressions that only last for a fraction of a second, and even those almost unnoticeable shifts in a person's energy. You're processing the whole shebang, the entire subtext. So you might be wondering, where does a trait like this even come from? To get it, we've got to look way, way back and explore its evolutionary origin. The whole thing is rooted in what you could call a survivor's nervous system. Now, the most important thing to get is that this trait isn't some bug in your system or some kind of modern flaw. Instead, you got to think of it as a finely tuned feature. It's a nervous system that was hardwired from our earliest days. To notice? Well, to notice everything. For one simple, really powerful reason: to survive. I mean, think about it. In our evolutionary past, being the one in the tribe who noticed that subtle shift in a rival's posture, or who heard the faint rustle in the bushes that might have been a predator, that was a massive advantage. That sensitivity kept you and your entire group safe. So, we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the big one: so what? It's time to stop seeing this as some kind of burden and start reframing it as the incredible strength that it really is. So the crucial takeaway here is this: your sensitivity isn't something that needs to be fixed or that you have to overcome. It is your guidance system. It is a finely tuned, highly advanced radar for navigating the complexities of the social world. So what does this radar give you? Well, it gives you deeper empathy and connection because you can genuinely sense what other people are feeling. It gives you an accurate intuition, that gut feeling that, let's be honest, is so often right on the money. It's the ability to read the room in an instant, which is a powerful skill in any situation. And maybe most importantly, it's that early detection system for insincerity or potential danger. It's both a protective tool and a social superpower. So we're going to end with this. This incredible system you have, it wasn't just built to help you get by. It was built for survival. So the question for you now is, in a world that desperately needs more empathy, more intuition, and more authenticity,
How are you going to use this powerful radar not just to survive, but to truly thrive?